Good evening, everyone. Hope you're all doing very well. Welcome to our live stream. I've not spoken to you guys for a bit, so hopefully all you are doing very well. But Bitcoin hasn't really done much, guys. We'll review Bitcoin, we'll review altcoins, we'll talk about LunaClassic, my thoughts on FTX, and give you guys an overall update. But yeah, the market hasn't really done much. I think the last one I did was early in November. I think I haven't done a live stream for about a month. But yeah, not much has happened, guys. But we'll update you guys anyway, what's happening, my plans. I have taken a few shorts. Dot is a trade that I took short. There's a couple of other trades I've taken, like just scalping. But swing long, apart from GMX, which I talked about, there's not been many setups. So yeah, let's give a couple of minutes. Hopefully people join, and yeah, we'll get started. Hopefully a few people join today. It's probably my last live stream, definitely this year and potentially ever. But yeah, I just wanted to go live, see some of the old people that used to follow us are still around. Be good to speak to a few people. Flair Fox, how's it going, mate? Don't think I've spoken to you before, Flair Fox, but welcome. Greg, good to see you, Greg. I remember speaking to you previously. We'll update you guys on the dollar and stocks and my thoughts and everything. AD, how's it going? AD is definitely a regular one. I think, did you DM me? I'm sure I've seen a DM from someone. I didn't know who it was. It might have been you. Apologies if I've not replied. It was just too many. I've not had a chance to reply to people. If it is you, just DM me again. I'll make sure I reply to you. But yeah, we'll wait, give a couple of minutes, see if people join, and then yeah, we'll get started. Have you guys got any questions whilst we're waiting for people? Are you guys buying Bitcoin? Are you guys just waiting for this whatever's going on to like go over and come back after? Like, how are you guys dealing with this market? Okay, it wasn't you. It must have been someone else then. Apologies. Yeah, I'm sure someone messaged me and I just I've not had a chance to reply to him. Apologies. The stock market as well. I mean, this was my level. If you guys, I tweeted about this actually. This big red zone. Are you trading? Someone's trading ETH? Yeah, we'll have a look at ETH. We'll have a look at Uniswap now. Whilst we wait, I need to just tweet. I'll need to borrow a second to tweet that I'm live. Let's have a look at Uniswap. It's not come back to my level. Yeah, no worries, AD. DM me. I'll try and get back to you. I'll have some time over Christmas, so try and get back to you. So this is I've got my chart here. Well, I'm looking at these below level to potentially buy some uni. So this red zone, I've bought some uni here, so you guys remember, like $4 was my level to buy. And then, yeah, somewhere around here, you'd expect it to just find some support here. This is such a big level. You'd expect it to find some support. So around about there, you'll buy. But here, it's not looking great. This would be like the breakout level. Once we've got back above here, I was giving you buy signals, if you guys remember, back in July. And then now it's just chopping. And if it's below $5, you don't really want to buy it. If you bought it here, like simple trading-wise, you sort of buy it here, buy support, sell resistance, and these were drawn from way before. I know I make it sound simple, but you need to look at what's happening on a high time frame. But short time frame below here, you don't really want to use it. You don't really want to be trading Uniswap. What platform I use? So I use this is TradingView. For exchanges, I use there's quite a few platforms. So I use Binance. I was using FTX as well. I've been smashed by FTX. So Binance, I'm using Mexi. Mexi actually sponsored these live streams. I've not really been doing them because it's been so quiet. But Mexi sponsors these live streams. If you want to leverage trade, you can try them. As usual, like, you know, trading is risky and don't have all your money in exchanges. Even though they sponsor me, please don't have all your money in Mexi. You just got to be very careful with where you put all your money. So those are some platforms I'd say. So Binance, if you want to hold crypto, hold it on a hardware wallet, or Coinbase is a trustworthy one. I have money on Coinbase. Next year will be bloody. Yeah, I mean, I'll give you guys my cycle thoughts as well. What I think will happen like long term. But yeah, it could be. It's not looking great the way the market is. I mean, there's two big things with crypto. The first one is the risk within crypto. So we've seen what happened with FTX. If there's another thing that happens like that, then that will be really bad with crypto. Binance, I mean, who else are you going to trust, AD? Who else can you trust if you can't trust Binance? We'll talk about Bitcoin. Let's start opening up a Bitcoin chart on the monthly time frame. We'll start off here. Share with you what my thoughts on it, what I think what's going to happen with Bitcoin long term. Yeah, but if Binance goes down, crypto is going to go back a decade. We're all going to be smashed. If Binance, I mean, I'm not saying trust Binance. I'm not saying have all your money in Binance. But if you can't trust Binance, crypto is like, I don't know what will happen to crypto. That's all I'm saying. So we need to sort of trust Binance. If Binance goes down, I don't know what's going to happen. So fingers crossed that, you know, Binance stays fine, because it's very, very scary. If Binance goes down, I don't know what's going to happen. That's all I'm saying. So what's your plan? Are you having money in other places? What are you guys? So do you guys trust Binance or you guys don't? Oh, the live chats, you mean he did some spaces, didn't he? He did some spaces, so I haven't joined any other spaces. I think they would have been quite fun to join. Yeah, that's fine. But if Binance goes down, I think KuCoin will be even in a worse place. KuCoin will be in a bad place. Pretty much everything will be in a very, very bad place. Right, guys, I'll get started in the next 2 minutes. We've waited about 10 minutes for people to join. We'll get started in the next 2 minutes. But yeah, if Binance goes down, it's going to be bad for every exchange there is. So fingers crossed as crypto people that it doesn't happen. That's all we can pray, that if Binance doesn't go down. No, the only way Binance could go down is if they've used the customer funds into places. I mean, I tweeted, let me actually share this tweet before I start talking about Bitcoin for the next hour or so. Let me find that tweet. Can I find it? Binance. How am I going to find that tweet? Basically, where is it gone? I talked about how banks work. So I can't find that tweet. So basically, if everyone, all the money that you have, if you wanted to withdraw all the money that you had from your bank, would you be able to withdraw it? You won't. So that's what's happened with Binance. If you try to withdraw all your money at once, you just won't be able to do it. So that's sort of what happened to FTX, but FTX was in a lot worse condition. But if all the customers that Binance have want to withdraw all their money at once, they won't be able to return it. But it's the same with banks. Banks don't hold all your money. So if you go and ask to withdraw your money, you won't be able to withdraw it. If banks, had all their customers trying to withdraw all their money, banks probably would, they'll be insolvent way before Binance does. So you've got to be very, very careful. Yeah, FTX, that is fine. I mean, I've been trading the pound. So people that know me from like 2018, I used to do a lot of Forex content. So I became full-time trading oil, not Bitcoin. So I've told my journey a few times. So I started off trading Bitcoin. I started off trading Forex, but I made most of my money in 2017 when Bitcoin went crazy, and then I gave it all back. But during 2018, I was trading oil full time, and the trading strategy that I teach, and if you look at the 2018 down move, literally just selling 4-hour pullbacks, it was just godsend. And I didn't really trade this because I was in crypto back then, and crypto was pretty crazy, so I was trading crypto. But yeah, oil's great. If you want to learn to trade or scalp, learn one market and try to do it. Yeah, so I'm getting carried away. I'm going to start with Bitcoin. Mehran, I'll talk about Forex. I trade the pound and oil, not as aggressively. So usually at the moment, I'm probably trading once or twice a week. Wednesday and Thursday, I find the best days for pound. So if you guys want to trade pound on the 5-minute time frame, I think it's a great market to trade. There's so much volatility, and trading crypto is. I prefer like trends. Well, crypto is trading a bit more like Forex now. It's just very choppy and like just reversals. But there's few subtleties that you need to improve if you want to trade it. Evan, that is such a good point. If you read my tweet fully, I talked about that. The only difference is, the big governments, central banks, they will back the banks. So if banks have any issues with solvency, which we've seen they have, central banks can't let big banks go down. I know they did an example with Lehman Brothers back in the day, but they saved all the other banks and all the other companies. The problem with crypto is, they're not going to be saved. So if, let's say, Binance goes down, Binance won't be saved potentially Binance won't be saved. FTX could potentially have been saved by America because it's going to got American links and all the politicians and everything linked to it. And if they didn't save FTX, then definitely not going to save Binance. So that is a very, very good point, Evan. And I trust banks more. And one of the first things I say, I diversified from crypto, but back in 2017, I was early 20s. I literally had all my money in crypto. I didn't have anything else. I was fully in crypto, and that was, you could say stupid or smart or whatever, but that wasn't the best thing. I wouldn't advise anyone to do that, but that's all I did. I had all my money in crypto. And I was basically a DEGEN. In 2021, 2022, I managed to, if you guys remember, I said if Bitcoin goes back to 20K, I'll sell buy a couple of properties and take money out, diversify, put it in banks. Don't even have money in one currency. So I invest in funds. I've got quite a bit of exposure to emerging markets. Into America, in the UK, you get 20K every year to invest tax-free. So that's something I do. If you look at Euro, people in Euro, pound is even worse. Since 2021, in about a year and a half, the people in Euro were 20% poorer. Pound is a lot worse. If you look from what's happened with 2021, or even if you look at Brexit, people in the UK are a lot poorer than they used to be since 2014. Down 40%. So if I'm holding pound and nothing else, I'm 20%, 40% poorer. It's absolutely ridiculous. So that is a very good point, Evan. I can talk about all this stuff after. Let's start with Bitcoin, and then we can spend ages talking about everything. I've got a bit of time. This is my last live stream potentially ever. I don't know, I'll still do one or two every now and again, but the views are less, so I don't do it as much. But let's go into Bitcoin. So what's happened in Bitcoin, if we just round up and look at the high time frame, let's look at this chart's got the longest chart history. If you look at the longest chart history, Bitcoin broke out into new all-time highs back in 2012, broke out into all-time highs 2017, we all know that, and then recently it broke out in 2021. Then if you look at back since, history of Bitcoin, it's never really gone back to its pre-all-time high. Some may argue that this was a breakout as well, and you could argue that even then it kind of went close to it, but it didn't hit that previous all-time high. So this is the first time Bitcoin came into its previous all-time high, and I personally bought quite a bit of Bitcoin. I bought it publicly, and I was wrong here. It had a nice bounce. If you guys remember, we sold some around 20%, 15% bounce, and I took a big loser when it broke down, because I thought that 20k is, it's not going to break. This was obviously the monthly open close. This was the 2017 all-time high, a massive level. Historically, Bitcoin's never done that. But when there's news like FTX, I mean, I thought Bitcoin was going to go a lot lower. I started buying, putting orders in at 12k. I had my first order at 14k to buy the Bitcoin dip. Bitcoin never dipped to that. Excuse me. And Bitcoin never really got to that. So I thought it was going to be a lot worse. So if Binance, I know some people are talking about Binance going down. If Binance goes down, guys, that could be, I mean, I don't know where crypto will go. Could crypto come back to 5k? I don't think it will. But if you think about, even I'm not saying I'm hugely wealthy, but if Bitcoin comes to these levels, you're going to be buying multiples of Bitcoin, because, even if you believe in, it's the first thing I need to ask you guys, do you believe in Bitcoin? Do you believe in crypto? I'm a massive believer in Bitcoin, crypto. I think that Bitcoin will go, what's the question? Looks, it's like gonna go further down. Yeah, I mean, I'll share with you my analysis. I'm just talking about long term. But long term, so that's the point. I mean, you read my mind. So I need to ask you guys, what is your thoughts on Bitcoin long term? If you believe Bitcoin long term will go a lot higher to like 1 million, 100k, 500k, whatever, if you think that Bitcoin will do that, then buy some Bitcoin. Doesn't matter what level you're buying. So if you're completely new, I mean, I said the same thing at 20k. If you don't own any crypto, you're looking at Bitcoin now, buying some now is not a bad idea. It could go down, but it's not the worst. I said the same thing at 6k. So if you have a 100k account, buy 10k worth of Bitcoin. If you have a 10k worth of account, buy 1k worth of Bitcoin. And we'll talk about all the other coins. Are there any LunaClassic people here? Let me know. We'll spend a bit of time talking about LunaClassic, my thoughts. I've been quite involved with LunaClassic, so we'll spend a bit of time talking about LunaClassic. But yeah, Bitcoin, it's not a bad level to buy. And another thing I'll say is I bought Bitcoin here at 5k. That sort of 4 to 5k buys that I had, people were calling me a scammer because I was like 25% down, and I publicly called it on YouTube and Twitter. Bitcoin went down 20% after I started buying, but that was one of the best buys I've had. I bought it with size, and Bitcoin just went absolutely crazy. I think it was like 10k I sold, and it was more than doubled my money. And even if you put 10k in, 20k is not bad, and with leverage trading, and it was just amazing. And even now, I mean, I still hold some Bitcoin that I got here, and Bitcoin that I bought on the breakout, I made sure I took profit around 50-60k. So that's you're never going to time the bottom. You just have to sort of buy. If you're already in crypto, so you maybe have some LunaClassic, you have Ethereum, you have some Bitcoin, then I don't think it's probably the best time to buy. I personally have orders around 14k was my first order. I might move that down a bit, but I do think whatever, I mean, I could add indicators like volume profiles and stuff. Where is it gone? There's a visible range volume profile. I think that will do. I mean, if you draw this is where lots of volume happened. You can see where a lot of the volume have happened, and you will see that it's near this level. So 6k is a massive level. If you move up a bit, I think like this 10 to 14k, there's a huge level here. Can you see there's a huge increase from here? So that is a level that I am looking at. So I still have orders around 14k. If Bitcoin dips into that, Mehran, what a legend. There's a guy, I don't know, are you here? Mr. P, he's one of the guys I do my Twitter spaces on LunaClassic. But I'll talk about LunaClassic. I mean, the first video I made on LunaClassic was 6 months ago. Did you watch that video, Mehran? And yeah, that was a crazy 10x. Even in this bear market, it's been two amazing trades, LunaClassic and Celsius. There have been some amazing trade. Evan, yeah, 10k is going to be a massive buy level, but what if it doesn't go to 10k? I know people, right? I knew someone that had crazy orders at 3k. He was like, if Bitcoin gets to 3k, I'm going to buy as much Bitcoin as there is. Bitcoin never went to 3k. He FOMO'd in around here, I think, around 8 to 10k, and then he sold in this dump. So you can't time the market. So you've got to be very, very careful. Which Head and Shoulders, mate? You mean this? Yeah, you could argue, but I bought 30k as a trading. I was bullish here and I was looking for bounces. Again, I lost money there, but I'm assuming, is it this one you mentioned, meaning? But no one's going to sell. I mean, if you bought Bitcoin at 30k, it's not a bad trade because you'd expect a bounce at least. You're never going to think that it's going to break down like that. That's not how I trade because there's lots of fake outs. So just wanting to buy Bitcoin, if we are looking at levels, a key level that, you know, springs out to me is sort of here. So this is the level, so around 14k. So I'll probably start buying here all the way down to 10k, and these levels I'm just gonna buy and hold. And I could be wrong if Bitcoin goes to zero. So if you more of a traders would know this, my trade setup's not shorting it. If it breaks down, I'll trade it long, short. You guys know how I trade, but this is going to be sort of my trade idea. So 100k, let's say, and then it could go to, where is it gone? The logarithmic chart. Is it going to minus? So that would be like my trade. And what R is it? Like 7R. I have got a Rockstar trading Insta, but just message me on Twitter. Rockstar Trader Rocko on Twitter. That's where I'm more active. Just message me there, Mehran. I'll get back to you. Yeah, Mehran, it 100% is. You got to use technical analysis as a guideline. You know, look at buying the support. Try to think what other people are going to be thinking at those levels. It's not just buy. You know, there's no trading that's going to make you like crazy money. Is that about paper? That's your trading account. That's your Twitter account. Message me. I'll reply to you. By the way, guys, we've got about 20 people watching. Do hit that like button. It helps out. But I think I'm not going to carry on with this YouTube, but I'll still do one or two. So if you guys are interested in that, and if there's a bull market, I'll be back. You'll see me making lots of videos. That's where the most money is made. So that's the trade idea. I'm gonna leave that there. Something like that. If it happens, I'm gonna be buying Bitcoin. It could be a genius move, could be a dumb move, but if you believe in crypto, believe in Bitcoin, I don't think that's a bad idea. If you believe Bitcoin's going to go to like 100k, even if it goes to 60, back to 60k, it's a 4R. So you're risking 1 to get 4. So if you risk 10k, you potentially make 40k. If it goes to 100k, you risk 10k, you get 100k back. So I think that's an amazing sort of trade idea if it happens, and I'll be looking at that. I'll start buying Bitcoin. Again, as 20k, if you're more active, you can sell on a bounce. So if you bought 20k, it had nice bounces to sell into, especially Ethereum. We'll talk about Ethereum in a bit more. That's how I would trade it. Yeah, send me a DM, mate, or tweet me. I'll reply to you about paper. So Mehran, what type of trade strategy do you use? Do you use like buying support and resistance? It's all about demand, supply, understanding what the market makers are trying to do, like, you know, stop runs and all this smart stuff. But, you know, you need to look at stats. So if you're trading pound, I don't know who I was speaking to earlier in the live stream. If you want to, you know, become a full-time trader, understand what's happening on the London Open, have the weekly open marked, and you know, study it. If every Monday open, does the market go up? Does the market go down? On a Monday, above Monday open, is the price bullish? Does the price return back to the weekly open? There's so many stats you need to get, and you know, that's how you need to understand it. That's what's worked for me. You know, Elliott waves, you know, all this stuff works, but if you don't understand price action and understand what the other traders are trying to do, you're gonna struggle. Same with like LunaClassic. This pump doesn't look very reliable to me because it's pumped into resistance. Yeah, timings, levels of support resistance, mate. So I use the moving average. So my favorite moving average is the 20. I find the 20 and 50 the best, but I have got 13 here. I use the 13 as well, and the 200. So I don't know. I think trading has been fun. I've been like shorting altcoins, and I'll share with you a trade that I shared live because I don't want to talk about, yeah, look at me, I took this trade, I made money on it. I'll share with you a trade that I took live. There we go. I'll share with this has been an amazing trade. This was my short. You can check December 13th, and I posted when I shorted it. So this was my trade idea back here, and then I posted shorted some here, stop loss, all targets and everything. You can see the price. I'll go back to dot. So what trading strategy has been working for me at the moment is shorting bounces, because the trend is down. If you're shorting bounces, they work really well. So I mean, this is one that has worked, guys. You know, I was shorting dot here, it didn't work, so I'm sharing with you what's worked, but I posted it before it so you can check it. And you know, I do post live LunaClassic longs. I don't really share short trades on Twitter because people wouldn't like it, but yeah, that was my short 13th of December, and boom, what a nice trade has been. It's just been amazing. It's not even gone back above. I shorted that here and I didn't post it, but this is a signal that I shared. And yeah, look, what a beautiful trade has been. And shorting bounces has been the name of the game. So next bounce we get, so if like dot comes to like $5, smack a short on it. I'm looking at ADA, so I've already got a couple of shorts on ADA. If ADA bounces to, I've got my level here, if ADA bounces to like 28-30 cent, smack a short on it. I think ADA goes a lot lower. The level ADA has broken is huge. The reason I've been shorting ADA is ADA's broken. If Bitcoin dumps further, these altcoins will get slaughtered, and there's going to be a big opportunity to make money. So if Bitcoin, let's say, goes to 14k, even like 10k, there's going to be vector candles. I don't know what vector candles is, Mehran. If you're on Twitter, follow me. I'm happy to talk to you about trading on Twitter. But yeah, I don't know much about vectors. That's not something I've used. I use MA. MAs are great. The most important thing is like understanding support, resistance, what's happening on the high time frame, what the other traders are talking about. You mentioned stop runs. That's something that you can learn. But again, in a way, stop run is a bounce from support, some may argue. So, but yeah, I don't know what vectors are. You'll have to let me know. But yeah, Cardano, these levels, this was the high in 2018. This was the pre-breakout level in 2021. After this breakout, I mean, I'm in logarithmic chart, so you can see what happened after this breakout. So there's lots of people here that if it comes back, it's going to get smacked down. So I will be watching this chart. If it comes back to those levels, this is a coin that I'll short. So those are a couple of short trades I'm looking at. Well, I'll talk about longs later on. Let me finish off with Bitcoin. So what am I doing Bitcoin trading wise at the moment? So this is a Coinbase chart, high time frame. Let me just round up. I'm a bit all over the place. I've not been doing all the live streams, so maybe I'm a bit all over the place. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoying it or not, just let me know. But yeah, so my thoughts on Bitcoin at the moment is we've spiked above here and we're breaking down. So long term, we are another UK YouTuber traders really too. I don't know what vectors are. So Avon's talking about vectors, Mehran's talking about vectors. I don't know what vectors are, guys. I could Google it. Post a link on the chat. I mean, at the end of the live stream, we can Google it. We can Google it together. So guys, high time frame, Bitcoin is at a level where I'm interested in buying, but from a trading point of view, as long as we're below sort of 18k, we're below 20k, I don't want to be buying. As long as we're below here, your bias is short. Trend change above 18k at least, trend change above 20k, I'm happy to start longing. Until then, the trade strategy that has been working for me, and I've shared with you some live trades, is, you know, smacking shorts on bounces. That's what's happening for me. So big candle moves that move price. Thanks, AD, appreciate that. Post a link about like an article or something about it. But again, I can only share with you thoughts that I've tried. Crypto Life, don't ask if it's profitable. Don't talk about, you know, whatever. You know, one of the biggest traders, that my mentor, he trades like, if you see his size, his stop loss is bigger than like some of you guys' accounts, or, you know, even my account. Once his stop losses is like, he'll lose like 6 figures on a stop loss. That's how big of a trader he is. But Yeah, so he uses Elliott waves on a high time frame. So he's a US stock trader. I've talked about stories about him. I've paid a lot of money to go see him in America. And yeah, he uses Elliott waves. So whatever you use, as long as you know everything about it, don't try and learn moving average. Don't try and learn support resistance and, you know, spikes. I think support resistance and trends everyone needs to learn, but don't try and learn RSI, then try and learn this, then try and learn that. Whatever you learn, just try to master one thing. That's the best advice I can give anyone that's, you know, trying to learn crypto. But yeah, so short time frame, as long as we're below 18k 20k, I'm leaning bearish and I'm targeting shorter lower prices. Higher time frame, if Bitcoin comes into these levels, you know, 12k low 10ks, look to buy. So that's sort of high time frame. Let's talk about how I'm trading the market. So trading the markets, Bitcoin has spiked above and closed below, and that is something no one likes to see. So if you look at Bitcoin on the short time frame, this is a pattern where we see, you know, someone talked about stop runs. We found support here, we started breaking up, boom, we broke up, you were bullish above there. That spike, that is not good, and that happened on a Wednesday at a key time. This was news related. This took that hype, got people FOMO'd in, and we broke below. So at the moment, I'm bearish bias. I think Bitcoin heads towards 16k next. If you ask me short time frame, that's what I'm targeting. I wouldn't, you know, short time frame, I'll short it, but using shorts like swing shorts, I want another bounce. So if you look at dot trade that I shared, I'll talk about LunaClassic, or Atom is another, not Atom, ADA is another short I'm looking at. I want to see a bounce. So from a short time frame, on a 5-minute time frame, yes, you can try and look to short it here, target this, but I don't think that's high probability trade. If I was scalping like I used to back in 2017, 2018, full-time scalping, I'd look at that. But from a swing point of view, I would like Bitcoin to come into 17.2k, 17.6k. I mean, Meron was talking about some of this stuff. If it starts breaking down, so one of the breakdowns I look for, again, I'll give you an example that I took. This is basically a trading pattern I look for, and it's not about a trading pattern because, you know, there's people selling you chart patterns for like hundreds, you know, thousands of pounds, and they never work. It's understanding the context of what is the price doing, where is Bitcoin, where is crypto, what's happening with the news. And if I see a pattern like that around here, I wouldn't look to smack a short on maybe this year because a lot of big traders are not around. I don't think there's going to be a big move. But around there, short time frame, I look for a short. And longs, 16k, I don't know, maybe a bounce long, maybe. I'm not too excited on longing 16k. I don't think it's high probability. Maybe I'll attempt 15.5, but these are just scalps. I'm not too excited about it. I just want to see some strength. At the moment, the daily trend is down. And as long as the trend is down, unfortunately, it's looking like it could be going down. And from a news point of view, I don't think Binance will go down, but Genesis has got some rules. If there's another big event like FTX and we have a spike, I will call that a potential bottom. Or if we start showing strength above 18, 20k and the stock market puts in it bottom, then yes, I'll be like, yeah, we are going higher. But the way the market is looking at the moment, it's not looking great. And I know people don't want to hear that. People want to see bullish news and pumps and stuff. But the market is just not showing that, unfortunately, guys. When the market does show that, I'll be the first one. You know, I call it crypto for DEGENS. If you guys have been following me, I'm one of the craziest DEGENS. I talk about, you know, buying, and you guys know all the crazy DEGEN stuff that I do. But at the moment, you could even rest. Same story I keep repeating myself, that my mentor said he's not going to start trading until the US starts dropping interest rates. As long as the interest rates are going up, there's going to be a squeeze, and he's not trading. He's not buying anything. No, but so that mindset won't help you make money. And let me just read some questions. So put and call ratio, bets against the markets have spiked to 2.3. I don't understand options as much. I tried learning it, but it's just so much. Like I try and master one thing. If you want to master options, great. From what I've seen, people that make money on options, I think there's more opportunity in options. I'd probably agree with that. You can limit your risk if you know how to play the options. There's a lot of better hedging ability, and I think options are potentially better. But you know, I have spent day and night, 20 hours a day looking at charts. I found something that works for me. You know, I've taught people. Again, if you guys remember back in the day, I ran trading groups. You know, I traded with people, I helped mentor people. But at the moment, just, you know, crypto is quiet, so maybe there's opportunity elsewhere, but you know, you can't just jump from places to places. You have to commit to doing something for 2-3 years, and if you want to be successful, that's what you have to do. And coming back to Evan's point of view, short scare me, yeah, you could say that, but if you look at any crypto, just tell me one crypto. Most crypto charts look like this. So if you're just a long only trader, you are being slaughtered here. How are you going to make money if the trend is down? You know, there's hundreds of pages, hundreds of books, and even on my trading course that I used to run, I used to talk about like 3 trading rules, and like, yeah, I think there's a 3-hour video of like how to see trend. But one of the most important thing for trend is go on the daily or weekly time frame. Where is the market going? Is the market going up? Hey, Mr. P, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, buddy. For trend, you know, Evan, you asked short scare you, but if short scare you, if you look at this market, name any coin, right? This coin, just look at whether it's going up or down. The chart is looking like it's going down, and you know, the trends are down. So the people that are making money on this are the people that are shorting. Yes, you can trade bounces, but any coin I click on in crypto markets in the past days, hourly charts, they're all just down. So you need to learn to short. I mean, Mr. P's here, we were talking about LunaClassic earlier. Even LunaClassic, you know, I hold some LunaClassic. LunaClassic is going down since, you know, all this news. The people that are making money on this are potentially people that are shorting. The trend is down, the daily trend is down, and we want to see a trend change. I'm potentially looking at this level. If it comes back to here, I'll buy some. This was the burn-in, if you guys remember, like, I think it was 6 months ago, and I can't remember when the first video I made on YouTube. And that was a crazy buy back in the day. Maybe around here I'd look to buy, or if we start trend changing above this red zone, I'd look to buy. These were like, read these posts that I made about LunaClassic, the predictions I shared, they worked pretty well on like Binance burn news and stuff. But that would be a very, very important thing that you can learn, Evan, and just follow the trend. Don't try and think long short, just follow the trend. And I'm talking more about trading. Mr. P, and I can't remember that guy's name earlier that was on the live stream. They just sort of buy and hold. And if you want to do that, that's completely fine. There's lots of, you know, you can stake it. You can, you know, get rewards through that. You can try and make money through that. There's lots of other things you can do. But for me, that works is trading. And for a LunaClassic trading strategy, this is huge level. This was the breakout level. And, you know, I talked about this level a few times. Mr. P's average is 0.9. So you actually bought when I was buying it. That is crazy. Was it Evan or AD? You said you bought and sold LunaClassic with me. You sold all, didn't you? Was it Mehran? I can't remember. Is it Mehran? I think it was Mehran, but yeah, that was my first buy, and then obviously since then there's been lots of other trade. Okay, no, that my first, I bought some here as well. You can check my date, you know, this video. I'm gonna tag this video because two of my best trades I've made money on, like even in this bear market, just longing. Shorting's been amazing, like DOT, Cardano has been my best short. Where is this video 6 months ago? That was my first trade in LunaClassic. I bought it here. That was a trade, but I sold it all. I don't hold any that I bought. I wasn't involved with the community, and Mr. P got me involved in LunaClassic. And one of the big things, I said I'm not doing YouTube like as much, is because I want to be doing. I want to like get involved in the building side. I don't know what, like a DeFi protocol, even NFT or something. I just want to learn more about the technology whilst I'm trading. But yeah, so I don't hold any that I bought there, but I do hold some of these, and I'm probably going to hold it just because I support the community. And it's not a big bag; it's quite a small bag. But yeah, I'm holding that. But yeah, since then we've traded a lot. You know, this was the first bearish signal for me. Once we broke below here, I said, you know, bullish above. This was the big one. I sold, you know, all my trades. Once we broke that, that was really bearish. We do not want to. Was it LunaClassic you first? My first, Luna, I can talk about Luna. My first Luna was 4 point. This is going to go back. And I'll run this trading group again because, I've made friends here as well. Is it $5? You can check back in, I can't remember. Is it 450? Is it 2021? I can't remember what that level was. Luna, $5? Yeah, I think it was this one. You can check the price of Luna. There we go. That was my buy signal in Luna. If you guys, people that remember me, I buy these pullbacks to 4 This is a classic trader Rocko trade setup. You look at support, pull back to my 50% 618 level, trend line break, my MA, this is my buy, my stop below $5, and boom, that's my entry. Yeah, I've been holding that. That was one of the best trades. Luna went to $100. There's been lots of other trades I've shared with you guys, and you can go check Cardano at 10 cent. Thank you. And before the bull market comes back, I'm gonna try and build something or do something. But when the bull market comes back, I'll just trade it. And yeah, what a trading experience it was. I never saw anything like that. Luna was absolutely crazy. I was tweeting about it, pump and buy, just kept buying, and it was just crazy. Even if you trade that with I don't know, $1,000, that's not $1,000 now, but with 10k, that's still a huge amount of money. You're leveraging it, buying breakouts, and it was just amazing. And hopefully I'll get a few more trades like Luna. I've been snuck into LUNC. So yeah, LunaClassic wise, so I tweeted about pump in LunaClassic, and I should have probably done a trading post. I didn't say bye to anyone, but it literally came back into my resistance. And I actually shared a short setup on LunaClassic once it broke this red zone, and there was some FUD. I mean, Mr. P knows it more than me. There was lots of LunaClassic dropped more than some of the other coins because of that news, and then this bounce happened with. I tweeted about this. I've not verified it. Someone said Coinbase is a buying, but I've not verified that. I've tweeted about it. I can't remember where it is. There we go. So this was the source, but it wasn't a very good source, and no one actually shared like a proof in a wallet that it's been bought. So I think it potentially is a pump, and it pumped into news. And I talk about like smacking shorts on bounces in a bear market. That's sort of what makes money. I shared that dot trade earlier. This spikes up into resistance, and LunaClassic unfortunately is doing that at the moment. So as long as LunaClassic can't get back above here, I'm unfortunately bearish bias. Same plan as there. We were here, broke below, long above, bearish below. We bounced up. We could not get back above this red zone. We got smacked back. So short term, it's not looking great. Get back above here, I'll buy. Or long term, on Bitcoin, I'm looking to buy 10k. I do like this level as well. I think we'll get a bounce from here. So maybe around 1100 or 1000, this level, I'm going to look to buy some LunaClassic. But this is the level that I want to buy. And I'll buy a decent bag. I'm pretty confident that it's going to bounce big time if it comes into here. And LunaClassic still has a great community. From Binance burn, I still think there will be a Binance will still burn, I think, in January. After that, I'm not sure. So what's his name, our friend Mr. Pecan or Lunatic, I don't know what to call you, he can explain it better. But in my opinion, I think they'll carry on burning. But going forward, I'm not sure. I like this proposal that's come out. I don't know what you think, Lunatic. Because this proposal, the 10983, reminting what Binance burn isn't a great idea. So stopping that might help. I've had a DM that someone's spoken to someone in Binance. I can't verify that, so don't trust me on this, but apparently someone's spoken to Binance. I think they'll burn in January, but long term, they're not going to burn forever. There's a guy called Ed. He came to our spaces, mine and Lunatic. We do a spaces on LunaClassic. Yes, AD. I don't know why. I don't know why. I mean, I was speaking to Lunatic earlier. YouTube is something that I did on the side, and whilst the market was bullish and it was really fun, if you go back, like back in the days, I was making so much content. Like every other day, I'll post trades. I used to post live trades. Type in, one thing you can learn if you want to learn to trade crypto and type in Cardano Shelly mainnet launch. I literally live traded Cardano and it did a crazy 10x. Cardano and Theta are 2 coins you can see from 2 years ago, like buying before news events. They were crazy in a bull market. Theta was the same thing. I was staking it. It started pumping from 8 cent. I think I can share that as well. Theta 80 cent. And it wasn't me, there was a guy in my group as well. It was just absolutely crazy. Theta just kept breaking out. You can see the price levels of Theta token. So you can go watch them. But yeah, in a bull market, I'll make a lot more content. Okay, Mr. P, I'll have to DM you if you have some insider information on Binance burn. But yeah, I think they'll burn in January. So if you ask my opinion, I think they'll carry on burning in January. Then we'll have to see if it carries on or how long it carries on for. So yeah, short time frame. That's my thoughts on LunaClassic. In teams wise, a big update. I talked about LunaClassic earlier. I think Mr. P missed it. There's going to be an L1 team. I've had a few DMs about it. There's going to be a big L1 team led by Ed and Zaradar and then a few other key people. And I'm really looking forward to it. And as long as sort of Ed, Zaradar are working on L1 blockchain and, you know, me and Mr. P or Lunatic's going to do lots of other utility, you know, potentially community desk and things that are being built, I'm going to be bullish on LunaClassic. So fingers crossed, hopefully Ed and Zarada, there's some positive updates and LunaClassic gets another pump. I'm trying to pump people's bags here. So Terra C Vita is part of it as well. I think that's going to be really good because, yeah, the Terra Rebel stuff, I don't want to talk about negatives and I always focus on positives, but yeah. Yeah, Matix, I'll move on from LunaClassic. Is LuncDAO involved? I believe he is. So there's a guy called Diamond Hands. You can go follow him. He's a pretty cool guy. A LunaClassic guy. I think they do spaces every day, I think, Diamond Hands. Yeah, I don't want to share DM stuff, but yeah, I think it's going to be led by Ed and Zaradar, and I believe LuncDAO is part of it. But hey, let's wait for more information to come out. I'll share with you guys a lot more information. From the key guys I know is there's a guy called Gad, Jacob's part of it. Lunatic can share. I mean, no worries, Mr. P. Take care. Yeah, let's do Matic then. So Matic as well. I shorted Matic, right? You know, I'll share with you a loser here. Well, this wasn't actually a loser. This was okay, but I got stopped out on my second half. So I shorted Matic here. Same, comes into resistance, big pump. People want to buy it. Sell off. I held it. I sold half. I held it. My stop was there, and this spike took me out. So I'm not in Matic now. I really wanted that Matic short. I'm not in it now. But yeah, it broke up again and then dumped. I said above there I'll buy, but it just broke down. One of the key things you guys can learn is if something, like, have a plan. You know, LunaClassic, I say, you know, above here I'm bullish. So let's say I'm saying LunaClassic, I'm bullish above here, right? So if LunaClassic gets back above there, LunaClassic gets back above there, and then you buy, and then it starts breaking down, trend changing. Don't hold it. You'll be stopped out there. The same thing. If something, you know, I'm sharing with you plans, but if it doesn't go to plan, make sure you take your loser. So I'm not in a Matic short. I wanted to short Matic here. So when we broke this support in Matic, I was looking to short this sort of pullback. And I didn't really get a pullback. If I got a nice pullback somewhere here, I would have shorted it, but I didn't get it, and it's just been dropping. So Matic, where it's now, it's not at a level. Let's go on the weekly time frame. Where could we potentially buy? I don't really have a good level to buy. I would say, right, I do like this support line for some reason. So 75 cent looks like a level. Yeah, this was resistance. Yeah, support, some weekly closes around there. Yeah, so at the moment I'll still say bearish. maybe somewhere around here we'll get a bounce in Matic. Yeah, I know, but if the full market is down, it's going to keep going down. I like Matic. NFTs, Matic is doing quite well, and I'm planning to do like some NFT work. Maybe launch my own project on NFT. I'd potentially do it on Polygon. And if you guys remember, there was a gaming project I was involved with, Pegaxi. Do you guys remember Pegaxi? There's a company, metaverse game, Pegaxi, and they were run on Polygon, and Polygon works. I like Polygon. It's one of the better. I think layer 2s are going to grow even more. If you listen to, there's a Vitalik Buterin interview, and he talks about Ethereum wants to be like the base layer for everything, and everything will be built on top of it. So Ethereum is going to be like the security. So people that use Ethereum will pay Ether and value to Ethereum for the trust that Ethereum gives you. So I think that could be quite interesting. So I like Matic. I think Matic will do well. Arbitrum, those are companies of crypto projects I'm bullish on. But from trading wise, can I short it? I can't short it here. I want to see a bounce. I want to see this resistance. I want to see what it does there. Maybe long run there. If it starts coming here, rejecting, starts breaking down, maybe I look for a short. Even like a head and shoulders pattern here or there. Those are two areas that I'll look to potentially short. If not, potentially long it there. But there's not too much going on here. Maybe I wouldn't want to short it there. If short time from there, but yeah, maybe around $1. $1 I'd like to short. You know what, I'm gonna move my alert there. If it comes to $1, I'm gonna try and smack a short on it. So my favorite shorts, I've talked about DOT, I've talked about Cardano. Those are my two favorite shorts. If Cardano comes to around 30 cents, I'm gonna smack a short on it. DOT is another short that I like. I have got a short open on Lith. There's some bearish news on it from way back above. So I think that this is a good short. IMX, if you guys want to short IMX, there was some huge coin release. Where's my chart of IMX? Can't find my IMX chart. I shared a bearish setup on IMX. There we go. So I shorted IMX at 70 cents. It's still dumping. IMX could sell off again. So if you're looking to short coins, I'm going to just do it right up. I'll have a look at Matic in a second. So ADA, DOT, IMX. I'd say those are a couple of coins that you could look to short. I'm currently short in DOT and ADA, recently, and then I've got a couple of shorts on these. So these are coins that you could look to short it. I'll talk about coins that I'm bullish on. I've already gone for an hour, but I'll start rounding up now. Let me bullish 4-hour divergence on Matic. Let me have a look. But that was here though, wasn't it? So that is a trade setup. I mean, that is a long, you know. I would have longed that. That is a nice long setup here. But you trade it like that, wouldn't you? That would be like your trade setup. So for this setup to work, it needs to get back below there. As long as we're sort of holding above this white line, you're bullish. If you took that trade, that's not a bad trade. I don't mind that trade. But again, I prefer to, you know, short time frame, we've already had a nice bounce from it, from RSI divergence. People that don't know RSI divergence, you know, RSI makes a higher low, the price makes a lower low. Simple as that. But don't just trade that. That is a setup I do. So going back to, I think, Mehran, that is a stop run, you could argue. So this is not a bad setup. I'd leave this on here, see if it works. Right, so a couple of coins that I am bullish on. Maybe I'm pumping my bags a bit. The previous low, yeah, as long as it's hold above there, I think it's okay. We had an internet connection, we're back now. Okay, so let's talk about a couple of coins I'm bullish in. So GMX is a coin that I'm bullish in. So if you're looking to buy GMX, 2 levels I'd tell you to buy is this support. And I actually stake this. So I'm on Arbitrum network and I'm doing all the DeFi stuff on there. So I like this coin. So above, let's say $60, you can look to buy, or around sort of 35 on the weekly time frame. These are 2 key levels. The shorter time frame, if the price comes to, let's say, $30, you can leave an order in there if you want to, or something like this, trend change, we can look to buy that, stop loss below, target these, and let's see if it breaks out. So that is a coin I'm bullish on. I'm massively bullish on Ethereum. I think Ethereum will be huge in the future. Again, I believe in Bitcoin more, but Ethereum is a coin that I love. So Ethereum, you know, I've got orders around, I don't think it will get there, but I've got orders around here. If it comes into here, I'll buy, but before that, 800 level, I'm going to look to buy some Ethereum long term. I do believe Litecoin will get a big cycle beforehand. I haven't bought $60 yet. I'm looking for another lower high. So Litecoin is a coin that I look to buy. I have made videos on this before, and I think maybe that's a video that I need to make. Type in Litecoin halving. There is a trade setup on my YouTube video, and this is like my, footballers like get goals, and I think this is like my history of all the work that I've done. I literally posted a sell setup on Litecoin when Litecoin was at almost the top. So Litecoin is a coin that I do want to buy. I do believe Litecoin will have another pump leading up to the halving. So that is a coin that I'm bullish in. I'm pretty confident Litecoin will trade, I'd say minimum 100, but I expect it to be like around 200, and I'll look for trade setups to go long. I shared some longs around Litecoin here when we broke above here. I personally bought some, and then that spike, once we broke this level at 70, I got stopped out on that trade. I'm going to look to potentially buy Litecoin again on a trend change above here. There are other coins that I like. I talked about LUNC. I think LUNC could succeed in the long term. I like the Cosmos ecosystem. They have improved their tokenomics as well. I think Cosmos goes up a lot, but it's just, I don't want to just blindly buy some. There's been projects that I shared that I bought, and in a bear market just keeps going down and down. It can, people think that it can only go 90%, but it can go down a lot more than 90%. So I think I'd leave it there. There is another small cap I could potentially share with you, is Kuji. You've taken Matic. What's your entry there? We can talk a little bit about Matic. Off support, let me go back to Matic. So yeah, Kuji is, if you want to look to buy another coin, I'd say Kuji is another coin you can look to buy. Yeah, it's not a bad buy. So I mean, I said my entry would have been this hourly green candle, and I target somewhere there. So it's not a bad buy. I'm assuming you'll have your stop loss below here. Well, good luck. Next live stream, I'll review it. I'll probably do another live stream next. Everyone's bullish Matic. I love Atom. I think Atom is like, even Vitalik Buterin, he talks bad about BNB, Cardano. He really talks bad about XRP. But one project he says he likes is Cardano. And, if a competitor says you're good, even Vitalik Buterin, I think he's one of the only actually altruistic, genuine guys in crypto. He's literally like the godfather of crypto. And, it's decentralized. We shouldn't look up to people that much, but, he's an amazing guy. And he likes Atom. So I really want to accumulate Atom around here. I don't know, around $7-8 maybe I look to buy, or if it comes down to, I'd love to buy here. If it comes down here, I'm just gonna buy some, $5 to $4. I think this would have to be like a buy level for me. Long term, if they keep doing what they're doing. Basically, Luna was built on Atom. LUNC, this Atom ecosystem is huge. But yeah, I think AD said it really well. It all comes down to what Bitcoin's going to do, guys. Whatever Bitcoin do, it's going to depend on that. So let's see what happens with Bitcoin, guys. At the moment, Bitcoin isn't looking great. We're below that 19.K level. We can see it's breaking down. There's a trend line. I know a lot of people love trend line. They'll be doing this, and they always broken trend line. But on a high time frame, Bitcoin needs to get back above 18k, 19k. If it can't do that, I think it would be bearish, and I'll be trading it. If you ask for my opinion, I'll finish off with my opinion. I think it just chops. I think we just go sideways, buys, just do choppiness in the next few weeks, maybe even rally up to 19k max. But I just see it chopping between 16, 15k. I think I just see this in the next few weeks, and then after that, I don't know. I would love to see like a spike sell off to like 14k, 12k, and then we start a bull run, or starts breaking up, stock market bullish, we start breaking up above 19.8k, we get at least a short squeeze move up towards like 30k, 28k. I would love to see that. So I'll end it on that, guys. Yeah, it's really important Bitcoin holds that AD, even if for your Matic trade. Hopefully Bitcoin holds above 16.5k. But I think Matic trade isn't bad. I'll review it again. Tweet me AD on Twitter. We'll see if it works. But that is a trade I don't mind. Yeah. So that's my thoughts on Bitcoin. We'll have a great Christmas and New Year. Thanks for joining. I'll let you guys know what I plan to do. I think I'll keep this channel because it's just like my work. But then I might create a new channel, or I'll still be tweeting on Twitter. It just doesn't take that much time, and it's just a lot easier. But no, thank you people for watching. I've been doing this for 2 years. Maybe, I talked about like marketers, because the content I provide, if you look at like people like Carl Moon and stuff, they just smashed it, but they have like marketers and stuff and show face and show their cars, and I'm not really into that stuff. So maybe YouTube's not for me, but I'll keep doing this. But yeah, have a good Christmas and New Year. I'll definitely do one live stream in January or February time. So I'll catch you guys in the new year. And if there is a bull market, you guys will see Crypto DEGENS back. Crypto DEGENS will be back properly. So have a great Christmas and New Year, and I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye. And yeah, if you want to keep in touch, follow me on Twitter and this YouTube. Yeah, I'll still do content. I enjoy doing this. I trade myself, so I don't mind doing a couple of live streams here and there. So right, take care, guys, and goodbye.